How goes it? I'm Wills Maxwell Jr. and this is What Did We Miss? Here I tell you the stories that WWAY did not, while asking myself, how did I get to do this? Do you remember when robotics company Boston Dynamics first introduced Spot the robot dog? It was a goofy, clumsy thing that left you with a warm, aw, that'll never take over the world feeling. Well, since then, these things can now climb stairs, open doors, tow cars, in essence, all of the things you've come to expect from toddlers. You can now buy your own Spot. For $74,500, you can get one to tow the car you sold in order to afford the lease. By the way, always good to keep these dogs on a short lease. One of the conditions of buying the dogs, and this is true, you have to promise you'll never use it for harm. If you know your clientele is the type that you have to make them promise this, you 100% should not trust them. Also, has anyone checked on the first person that said, let's make a robot dog? Like the team all got together and was like, all right guys, what are we making today? And someone raised their hand like, a best friend? I would like to build a best friend. David Rush of Idaho has answered the self-imposed call and set a world record chugging a liter of lime juice in 17.29 seconds. Not something he recommends. Reminds me of when I was in middle school and me and my friends would dare each other to eat the cafeteria food. Oh, nice. Seattle resident Heather Christo said she went for a walk to clear her head and was delighted to come across this. The neighborhood kids had band together to hold their own Black Lives Matter rally. Lately, I've been hearing people debate if and when they should talk to their kids about racism. I want to weigh in because I'm a person who talks on TV, which must mean I know things. I just want to point out that deciding whether or not to discuss racism with your children is not a luxury parents of color have. Whatever innocence you're trying to preserve in shielding your kids from the presence and prevalence of racism is not one that black children ever get to experience. In fact, when black babies are born, the doctor doesn't even slap them to make them cry. He just catches them up on American history. Like, all right, where do I start? Well, 400 years ago, wealthy colonists decided that they didn't want to do farm work anymore. Parents of color have to talk to their kids about how to interact with police, what neighborhood it's safe to ride your bike in, how some teachers think they know you without giving you a chance. As a black kid, you need these conversations because you'll learn it either way. You learn it when other kids call you names. You learn it when you're in the car and your dad gets pulled over and you watch your dad, the strongest person you know, get treated like he's not a grown man. And you realize you're actually lucky because you and your dad got to leave that encounter. Talk to your kids about racism because no matter how young they already have the burden that all kids have had, which is that it's going to be their job to fix it. And if you find that conversation hard, you can always tap me in at willspleasetalktomykidsaboutracism@gmail.com. We'll set up a Zoom call where I'll do my best before I refer you to someone who's read more books than me. I'm Wills Maxwell Jr., and that's what we missed.